is a tutorial on how to customize your widget and display images down in here using the text widget and using HTML code to insert this image. The text widget, you'll find usually it depends on what kind of options you've got here, but it's used one of the bottom of the standard ones, and so you're just going to drag it over here like this and put it in. But in this case, we've actually already got one. And you can see there's a couple different ways we can do this. If all of our images were already pre-sized and we had the link to them, or even if we wanted to use a link from, say, another website, here is what's called the image source href. It's got an HTTP colon / and it's got the link of the actual image. And so the trick to this is actually really easy. There's a lazy man's way to do this, and I'm going to go ahead and show that to you. So you can. What I like to do is open up things in new tabs, and I can just bounce back and forth from things. I'm going to open this in a new tab, and it's the add new post. I'm not going to give it a title or anything because when I'm all done, I'm just going to delete it. So basically, I'm just going to click on this icon here. It's going to let me add an image. I'm going to go ahead and just select an image I know I have on my hard drive here. Let's go with my logo. And it's going to upload it for you. And then it's going to give you some size options. I can go with the full size, or I can go with 150 by 115, or all kinds of stuff. Now, what I want to do in this case is actually want to give it, I don't want to have it left justified. I want to have none. In this case, I'm going to give it a link. I'll show you how to do this in the HTML over here in a sec, but there we go. But you see that's too big. If I look over here, it's just way too big. It's not going to work. So what I need to do is I can shrink it down. I could scrunch it, but I don't like that, and I accidentally just hit Control Z, which removed the image. So no big deal. Go over to Media Library, find the image, and use this image. Now, if I click on it, I can actually shrink it so that it is about the right size. Now, if I go back over here, you see I'm getting these different size markers here. 147 by 54, 160 by 61, go like that. Now what I'm going to do is go back over to this widget tab that I've opened up, and I'm going to be able to see these images are 111 pixels wide by 29, 111 pixels wide by 39 high. So we know it's 111 is kind of the optimal size for these in width. So what I'm going to do is take it down to 111. And that is easier said than done. Alright, I got it mostly there. If I go over here to the HTML tab versus the visual tab, I can see it's 113 by 43. I'm going to go ahead and give it 111 by 42. I'm going to have to go over to this HTML tab anyway because I need to copy all this code. But there's a couple different things I want to show you. If you decide, oh, I forgot to put in my web address, whatever shall I do? It's actually really easy. You just go over here to up at the top where it says href. That's different than the image source, href. I'm just going to put in whatever website you want to put in. And then I'm going to copy all this code, and I'm going to go over here into the widgets. I'm going to drag all the way to the bottom and go ahead and do that. See, now I've got my code. It's very similar to the other code. In these cases, they don't actually have a link. They're not linked, but go ahead and hit save. And then when I refresh this, see me down at the bottom. There we go. See? piece of cake. And if I want, it's a link. See, these aren't linked, and this one is. This one isn't. Up here, this one is. So we can go through and I'm going to take this out because I just did that for illustration purposes. Don't actually want that in this case. I'm going to go ahead and move this post to the trash because it's not a real post. So to recap, what you want to do is first you log into your dashboard. You're going to click on widgets. Okay, and then I want to go over here to posts, and I'm going to right click or command click on a Mac, or all kinds of different ways that you can click this to make it so that it's a new tab. Open in a new tab. I'm going to then go and I'll oops, I want that. I'm going to add a new image, size it the way I want, copy that HTML code, and then I'm going to go back over here to this widgets tab. I'm going to drop it in where I want it. If I decide, you know, like in this case, let's find one that had, let's see. So we can get rid of something has a link and we don't want it to have a link. You just get rid of all this. Okay, because you don't want it linked to an image. I mean, big deal. So get rid of that, hit save, and we're done. So it's super easy to add images using a text widget because you can also insert HTML code in there, and you can cheat by using the posts add new page on your dashboard and then copy that code over into the widget and you're in business. You've got your graphics the way you want them. So hope this tutorial helps and saves you some time.